First of all, I mean, this talk is inspired from a talk which was given at Selenium Conf 2016 in London, and I'll give some credit in a second. I made some small GitHub project to enable you actually to connect any test suite you have to Kibana to feed test metrics to it. So some. Oh, okay. Just let me check.
Okay. No,
yeah? Okay, yes. Cool. And let's continue. Yeah. So first, there's some inspiration. Second, there is a small GitHub project as an example I want to show you. But first of all, I need to talk about what Humanitech is doing, right? So it's a great opportunity. So first of all, we are providing a tool. It's called Valhalla, and it provides you the opportunity to build any project management software. You can choose microservices from a marketplace, combine it, and then have basically back-end, front-end services talk to each other. This tool takes care of everything for you. You can add your own customizations and then deploy it to Kubernetes. So it's a tool from developers for developers, and it also, everything is open source. It's an open source license, and it's easy to even get money from it once you actually provide your own services and they get used by other companies, for example. But just from a side, as a side note, it also provides very interesting challenges in testing and using the reward framework. Maybe I'll talk about this at another point. But now, so I was inspired by Dave Cadwallader, and he gave a talk about big data makes the flake go away. So he had quite the amazing talk and gave lots of details. I don't know, maybe you know him or maybe heard the talk. If you want to raise your hand, anyone? No? Okay. So so basically, at one point, he's showing amazing metrics and is talking about the results he's getting from this and how he made his test suites so much better because he knew exactly what he needed to tweak and so on, and all based on the information he got out of the test metrics, basically. And to make this also available to you and show you how easy this is actually to connect your test data to something like the Elastic Stack and then having something in Kibana, I made this little GitHub project so you can actually try it out yourself. And I'm also happy to show this to you. So on the one hand, basically it's just a small GitHub project. It uses a Docker container where the whole Elastic Stack is available to you, spun up locally. And it also is using a small plugin, which is called the HTTP input plugin for Logstash. And this enables you basically to talk to your Logstash instance via a REST API. So you can post whatever you want basically to it. And I have a couple of examples on how to do this, just to have some fake test data. So there's, for example, a Postman collection. You can use curl, for example, whatever talks to REST API, or use the robot framework and send some tests, and send some request library REST tests. And I mean, this is how it looks basically in this example. So you're just connecting to the API, and then you can send a nice JSON body to Kibana with whatever information you're extracting from your test suite. And then you can have this and use this for further analysis. So right now, this is a fresh Kibana instance. And once you basically populate it, so Kibana is running, and then just executing those tests goes quite quickly. And then they already get visible to you in Kibana. So you have So you have those informations here. You can see that many, so 66% came from production, some came from staging, the reports, what they were saying. You can see the results, how many pass, how many fails, and so on. So this is already the out-of-box configuration from Kibana. What it also provides you is to do nice visualizations. That's a bit more tricky, but I also linked link to a tutorial on how to build this. So you can try this out as well. And also from my previous implementation I did, here's also an example where I actually already got a little bit of data. So in this example, I was continuously running tests against the staging and the production environment on a timely basis to see, to basically monitor its behavior. And for example, I have here in this example, you see that a couple of tests were failing at some point in production. And then on the right-hand side, you have some detail basically you can build yourself from the visualization to know which test case was actually failing. Just to have an example on how this can look quite easily. Yeah, if you're interested in it, feel free to try it out yourself. Yeah, it's built for you guys. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Niels. Any questions? Tatu, I almost guessed that.
Good job. You saved me a week. I was making same thing on the last Monday. Yeah. I think I will use it, or at least look at it. I was more interested about the visualizations than which kind of visualizations you have actually built out of the Kibana, because I haven't looked in that direction yet.
Yeah, so the visualization itself can be a little bit tricky, but the thing which enables you, where you basically get enabled is send whatever test metric you can think of to Kibana. So for example, execution time, how many failures you have, how flaky our things are, and so on. And then whatever data you have, you can basically in Kibana, there's nice ways to put this into visualizations. There's tutorials for this. I can't demonstrate this right now because it's for the first time it's a bit complicated. But yeah, but it's once you have the data, you can. It's a lot of fun actually to play with it then, and then get insights from that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So it's time for the wrap up. So huge thanks, Niels.
Yeah, thanks.